toxic masculinity is something that's really picking up in India.
Men who really have small freaking dicks behave like dicks with other men. Priyanshu's case, all the guys who are bullying him, that's small dick energy.
It broke my heart.
As a society, we definitely failed him.
Is wearing makeup not man enough? Good looks, and good looks. But how far can good looks actually take you in life? क्या good looks एक आशीष है या एक श्राप है? And that's what we are going to discuss in today's podcast. The unrealistic beauty standards that society has and the toxic masculinity that is going on in India. And I have someone who is the epitome of good looks, जो हमें join कर रहे हैं, supremely talented actor and fashion icon. We have Sahil Salathia in the...
Yeah, what an amazing introduction.
Yeah.
Already feel cooler.
You are cool. I love what you're wearing.
Thank you.
इतने हमेशा मस्त लगते हो. You're so good to the eyes.
Oh, pleasant to the eyes. Thank you. That's a huge compliment. I get to hear that quite a bit, and I don't take it too personally or too hard. But yeah, it's always nice to hear that.
But I'm sure कि ऐसे भी होता होगा ना साहिल कि good looks के benefits भी है और good looks के disadvantages भी है. I'm pretty sure होता है ऐसे.
Yeah, but I think it's all, to be honest, I don't have a great lifestyle. And I work out, I do all the right things, but I do a lot of wrong things also. I don't sleep on time. I don't eat so right, like compared to so many of my friends who are always eating so right. So I think it's somewhere genetic also. So I can't take too much credit for it. So I don't take it too seriously. And to be honest, I do not consider myself very good looking, or I just think I'm just a fun guy who's just got a little bit of a personality and is just there to have fun. And I'm just always expressing myself. So I think that's probably something that's more interesting about me than just probably my face. I don't know.
Absolutely. And I agree with that.
Thank you. And I think the disadvantages, yes, lots. Now, if I think about it, yes.
What are the kind of disadvantages?
See, as an actor, unfortunately, people like to typecast you. It'll happen to everybody. Like you could be tall, short, plus size, skinny, whatever your deal is. They will typecast you. There are certain actors who only play small town kids or small town characters, right? So many. I'm sure when I'm saying this, you can probably think of the names. And their entire filmography is based on those characters. Like literally, उनके कपड़े भी change करने की जरूरत नहीं है. वो same बंदे को आपने 10 फिल्मों में इस्तेमाल कर दिया है different नाम से. And I mean, it's just a different name. There's literally the same character sketch. कभी वो आगरा से है, कभी वो मथुरा से है, कभी वो वृंदावन से है, कभी वो अहमदाबाद से. Likewise, when you look slightly pleasant to the eyes, they want to just cast you as an NRI, as a womanizer, as a rich kid, as a, as royalty. Like, unfortunately, my filmography till now is varied, but I would like it to be more, vast in terms of the space. Like, I'm very, very thankful to somebody like Nikhil Advani. He did cast me as a terrorist in POW and Prisoners of War, which is available on MX Play. And when I tested for it, before I tested for it, he was like, oh, I'm not too sure about him. Okay, let's see. Then humne daadi wadi ugai, and when I did the scenes, he loved it. And even my performance got some very good reviews, critically acclaimed. Panipat, I played royalty. Porushpur, I played royalty. In Everest, I played a celebrity mountaineer. Hasmukh, I played a Bollywood actor. Adhura, also, I played an actor. So I think because I look a certain way, people sometimes do stop at the physicality or just at the face. I don't know how to explain it or put it nicely. But what's the point of being a freaking actor if you're just gonna make me do things which are like literally cakewalk for me? Like I do enough homework for all these parts. Of course, there was a different way of talking for each of the characters. There was enough homework done. But I want to play a Bikari on screen.
You do?
Yeah, of course. I think I would be a better Bikari than a Bikari. Like, that's the whole point of being a trained actor. If I can't pull off a part of a beggar or of a watchman or of anybody who's probably slightly unfortunate in their own sense in the society, then what's the point of being an actor? So in India, we celebrate actors too soon. Like, एक एक्टर उठाया, वो गांव के रोल बड़े अच्छे कर रहा है, गुंडे के रोल बहुत अच्छे कर रहा है, उसको 3-4 फिल्मों में अलग अलग नाम से गुंडा बना दिया, एंड देन सेइंग दिस इज द बेस्ट एक्टर वी एवर हैड. बिकॉज क्या गाली गलौज करता है स्क्रीन पे यार, क्या मतलब माँ बहन की गाली देता है. लाइक, can't name the actors, but it's true. Till the time that actor doesn't pull off a billionaire on screen with so much finesse, I'm not going to believe that's a kick-ass actor. Till the time I don't play a poor, below poverty line kind of character on screen and convince you that this guy's never seen more than 1,000 rupees, that's when I'm a very, very good actor. Like, I get a lot of love for being a good actor, but I don't think I've even reached 0.5% of what I have to offer. In terms of, since we're talking about looks, so I think that could be one of the reasons. Because अगर आपको ready-made कोई चीज़ मिल रही है, 2 लड़के हैं, you have 2 actors, Sahil and Rahil. Now Rahil is ready-made, man, for that part, for the small town Mathura का लड़का, so आप उसी के पास जाओगे. And likewise, when you need a character with a certain kind of aura, I hope I don't sound stupid, but mostly they do come to me. So that's what my experience has been till now. And I'm not cribbing, but I'm sure everybody faces this in Indian cinema. No, I want to tell you something about Kangana. I think she's such a credible actress. But in the beginning, she only played a drug addict. Like in Gangster, in Fashion. I mean, that was a very strong pointer in her character sketch. You can't deny that. Later, she moved on to Queen and to Manikarnika, and she is such a versatile actress. Like, she's incredible. But people did try to box her. Like, even somebody like Mr. Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, King Khan, people still want him to do only the romance because he's so good at it. Like Shah Rukh Khan, Shah Rukh sir can literally stand on a bridge and all the girls will go mad, all age groups, because it's his charm. But he's a very good actor. Like, he's not just Shah Rukh Khan, the star. He's an incredible artist. He was so good in Swades. Of course, not a very celebrated film, unfortunately. Celebrated, yes, but box office maybe not. But it's one of his best films. So many other films I can think of. Chak De, he was so good in. But when we think of Shah Rukh Khan, we only think of him standing like this. And then all the actors, new kids think, hum aise khade ho jayenge and hum Shah Rukh Khan ban jayenge. No, you have to bring your personality in. There is one Shah Rukh Khan. Everybody cannot be Shah Rukh Khan. God's made him special. Likewise, God's made you special in your own way. So use that. So looks or no looks, just figure out what your best point is.
Because there are a lot of average looking guys and average looking girls. I've always considered myself, average, talented.
Please, you're stunning. Now you just want compliments.
No, I genuinely mean it from my heart. Most of us, right? We think of us like this, and I wanted to always work extra hard on being talented, to be known more than this, because this is vanity. Or kya hai, right? Obviously, I'm the way I am because I want to feel good, feel confident about myself. But at the same time, you just don't want to be looked at the way you are dressed up, or for that matter, your figure or your looks. और बहुत compliments कैसे मिलते हैं? I'm sure you go through this कि oh, how pretty, and it is annoying as F. It is annoying, right? Because you're so much more than that. When I met you, Sahil, I remember at Filmfare, what really stood out about me, of course, the first thing is you look good. And the second thing that I noticed, what courtesy. You shook my hand. You asked, what's your name? Okay, Lincia. I think these are little things that you notice about people, how they make you feel. I have had people who have come on this podcast and made me feel like, yeah. So you have those kind of people also, right? And I'm sure it's not easy for a person who looks average. उसको अपने personality पर काफी काम करना पड़ता है. उसको अपने maybe it could be humor, maybe it could be his anything for that matter, right? And I'm sure you agree with me on that. That personality is key in everything we do.
100%. Personality is key for everybody. But I'll tell you something. Now, most of the people who are considered very good looking, even if I'm in the list or not, I don't think they think they're very good looking. It's It's the perception the other people probably have about them. So sometimes it becomes even tougher for them to be understood. Because when you, like for example, for me, I'm just being me, right? Like I'm just being myself without any facade. But when you meet somebody new, they might already have a notion about you because of the image that's been created around you, or probably of the physicality you have, or however you look. So that's also a little bit of a downer. I'm not saying that's why I'm probably even more courteous or nicer to people. That's just probably because I'm well brought up. You know, like my parents have taught me to be well behaved. You know, you have to, that's what they say. People are always going to remember how you made them feel more than anything else. That's very important. You know, that's the energy you carry and that's what you're going to leave behind. So that's that. And I think sometimes personality is something that everybody should work on, be anybody, literally anybody. Yeah.
Pretty privilege. There are a lot of pretty privileges also, right? A lot of people who are pretty, they get assignments easier. They get promotions easier. They get girlfriends and boyfriends also easier. Isn't it?
So, of course, life is...
Can I be honest with you? I don't date good-looking guys.
A lot of girls, by the way, do that.
don't.
Yeah. They want guys who are, because ye kahin idhar udhar muh na mare.
Yeah. You want to
matlab
answer
mere
that
changul ke
again,
niche raho.
why do women not date good-looking guys?
I think because good-looking guys do get a lot of attention. Of course, I get decent amount of attention myself. So maybe more insecurity. And if you don't have that trust in your partner, you're obviously going to be more bothered. हर वक्त यही सोचते रहोगे ये लेट क्यों आ रहा है, इसकी shooting लेट खत्म हो रही है या ये van में बातें कर रहा है. You know, this is very normal human nature. And I'm quite a secure person myself, but I kind of get it. You know, women don't trust men anyway so much, and rightfully so. Men are, I think, dogs. I'm not. I'm a very nice guy, just saying. But yeah, but I kind of get the insecurity. And I think it's probably that. So pretty privilege is privilege, but at the same time, like I said, there are too many things that work against you. Like people already have notions about you, preconceived things. Does it have advantages in your day-to-day life? Yes. You would get a lot of attention. Probably at the airport, stupid things might happen. Of course, if you're an actor, they'll be nice to you, all of that. There could be somebody there in the staff. She might just upgrade you because, and you know this, she's flirting with you, or, you know, these are just very minor things. I'm not too sure if it's really a privilege.
You're getting an upgrade. That's definitely a privilege if you're getting an upgrade.
And of course, you get a lot of attention. Nobody minds attention if it's coming from if it's in a good way and not really dirty. Because these days, men also get a lot of dirty attention, by the way. Let me tell you that. The world has really changed. It's not that, women only get those strange DMs. No, men also are shikar of all that, including myself. And so I think in terms of roles, like I said, so the privilege goes away, right? I've been literally denied a part last step after doing the look trials and everything. And I was replaced by a guy, very, very good actor. I don't want to name him. Very good actor. Love him. But this is the exact reason that was given to me, because he just wasn't good looking enough. And that was the right pointer for that particular character. When you look at the character sketch, they don't want somebody who's very pleasant to the eyes, because then how do you explain why is this girl opposite him and why is that girl not into him? If he looks like this, comes from that family, what is the issue? Can't really give away too much because maybe people will join the dots. And was I heartbroken? No, because some parts came to me so easy just because of whatever reasons. Because good actor and fitting the part. So I think this is how the journey is, you know. It's going to be, sometimes it's going to be win-win for you. Sometimes you're going to lose. So that's that. Yeah.
I saw this YouTube video long back, I think. और उसमें क्या था पता है, ऐसी लड़कियां चल रही हैं और लड़के रेड कर रही हैं. ये है 5, ये है 9, you know. And in fact, me and the crew were actually watching a video where Kareena Kapoor. Oh my God! Yeah. 3, 5.
What a character!
Yeah, that was insane. It was so funny.
Iconic.
I loved it. I loved it. And I'm sure कि लड़कों में भी मतलब there would be a category. This is a 3, this is a 5, this is a 10. So how do you decide? How do you categorize that?
To give you a very honest answer, for me, physical attraction is very important. You know, like it's very important that whoever I'm with or whoever I'm rating or dating,
Yeah.
like she has to be at least an 8 on my scale. Because, you know, ultimately,
So what is an 8 for you?
I'll tell you, like, you know, intimacy is very important. So physical attraction is very important. I wanted to have very high EQ also. Emotional intelligence is very important for me because you need to connect on a daily basis, right?
Yeah.
Little things. You can't keep fighting about those little things. So your emotional quotient needs to match. And of course, she's got to have a sense of humor. And when you talk about an 8 physically, I like girls who are relatively fit. But when I say fit, I don't mean like have washboard abs, man. Like just fit enough. You know, just fit enough. Just take care of yourself, well groomed.
Yeah.
I like girls who are well dressed. I like girls who are like women, you know, who are like girls. So again, not to typecast it that, be more homely, that makes you a girl, cry or wear pink. I'm a man, I'm wearing freaking pink. You know, like I have nail art on me because I was at film fair last night. This was part of the look. So I'm a part of that school. So when I say girly, I mean be feminine probably, like a little bit.
You don't like masculine women?
Well, I'm not too sure if I want to date a boxer. Like, I'm not too sure if I wanted to come home and like punch me.
Get me
No, I'm not.
for that.
नहीं कुश्तीबाज लड़की I don't want because कहीं मेरी पिटाई ना हो
No,
जाए.
man. You will like that dude.
Yeah, मेरी पिटाई ना हो जाए. But yeah, not a boxer champion.
But in men also there's a category, right? What do you rate as a 5 or a 8 or a 10? मुझे बताओ.
I would like to believe I'm probably a 9.
And what does a 9 encompass?
Good. ठीक ही है मतलब 9 है तो ठीक ही है. Yeah, no. Because again, in men, I think, again, you've got to be fit, right? Like you've got to take care of yourself, well groomed.
So fitness,
Yes.
grooming.
Grooming. Just freaking use aftershave, yeah. Just freaking use a cologne. You know, don't think it's macho to be dirty and unhygienic. कि जी हम तो मर्द है, हम सुअर है. You know, हम तो ऐसे ही होते हैं. Like we don't take care. क्या बकवास करते रहते लोग. Actually, yeah. Like हम तो I was going to quote a community's tagline, but no. But I mean, take care of yourself, man. Take a shower, use some aftershave, use some cologne, and like wear a freaking classic clean shirt.
Have you ever had like a girl who's a 9 come up to you and smelling terrible?
So
Yeah.
many.
Smelling bad?
Yeah, a stunning girl. Like she's one of my very fine acquaintances. Beautiful girl. Doesn't smell good at all, and I don't have the heart to tell her.
So what did you...
I think that's one of her main pointers. Everybody knows that she doesn't smell good. Yeah. And
Has nobody told her that on her face?
I think sometimes if you're not really close to the person, like this is such a personal, intimate detail. Now you can't say, yeah, I don't think you smell good. Because then I think sometimes people take offense. She's not that close to me. That's why I'm not being an evil person here. मैंने पहले ही बोल दिया that I'm just an acquaintance. I'm not really a friend. So I can't say. If it was a close friend, of course I'll say that, listen, you've got to like spray some deodorant. But yeah, so many times.
Toxic masculinity is something that's really picking up in India. And हाल ही में जो हुआ प्रियांशु के साथ, प्रियांशु Yadav. And when I was looking at his profile, the first thing I noticed is this, that all this guy was passionate about was makeup. He wanted to, try out something new, be creative. But it was bizarre to see the kind of toxic masculinity that was there on the messages. And it broke my heart. Is wearing makeup not man enough? Do have people taken this way too far when they say that you are not masculine enough? Let's define what is masculinity.
For me, to be honest, masculinity is somebody who's sensitive, but strong at the same time. If you're not sensitive, you can really fuck off because you are human at the end of it. Nobody is here to take your lectures or to understand life from your perspective. For example, Priyanshu, like if he wanted to showcase his skill set, put makeup, he's not freaking taking money from somebody else to do it. He's just showing his talent. And it's his way of showcasing his skill set. I've seen some of his videos. Unfortunately, after he passed away, I wasn't aware before that. Stunning reels, stunning work, stunning transformation. Now that's the इसीलिए इसको third world बोलते हैं. और अगर लड़का LA में होता तो he'll probably be sitting on millions. Maybe he'll be the biggest makeup beauty influencer because he's in third world, small town. तो उसके पीछे मतलब कुछ लोग पड़ गए and they think because they are the real मर्द कि जी हमारे यहाँ के लड़के ऐसे नहीं कर सकते. But I just think they are donkeys. And you know, I want to tell you this, and pretty serious about it. Men who really have small behave like with other men. Priyanshu's case, all the guys who are bullying him, that's small energy because you don't feel mad enough, so you are just trying to bully some other kid who's just showcasing his skill set. And this might sound funny, but it's true. Statistically, Indian men anyway have small. I'm not that guy, but it's a known fact. Indian men, Chinese men literally have no. Everybody's a peanut. So what are you so stuck up about? Like you're not even blessed with great freaking penises. So stop being other kids who are just being themselves. Any man who's very sure of himself is never gonna bully some other guy for doing anything. I can guarantee you that. Any man who's very sure of himself is just gonna have fun with things, is gonna live his life and let other people live.
Mind their own business, basically.
100%. Anybody who's gonna bully other guys and make all these jokes and this one of course got way more serious than a joke, leave comments and even face to face is gonna bully somebody, it's definitely because he's not man enough.
I think you need to have more rules for bullying.
100%. We need to have more cyber security, man, like safer cyberspace. Now, again, I don't know how it really works, so I can't really comment so much on it.
But we do, with the amount of bullying that is going on, it's insane.
Need it, yeah. In fact, I think Instagram has to like probably go on this massive freaking thing. And
I think even YouTube for that matter, all social media platforms.
Take off all these accounts. You see any account leaving comments that relate to this idea of bullying and with these keywords that are kind of offensive or very offensive, just take the accounts down. Everybody will start behaving. But then again, that's just one part of it. Maybe Priyanshu's case or so many other kids, unfortunately, maybe in their personal lives, physically they are being bullied. I don't know, probably that kid was maybe slapped around also. How do we know? Maybe some other kid is slapped around just for being themselves. In this case, it's drag. In some other case, it could be singing, dancing like a girl, for example. Now, supposing there was this kid in Nepal I read about who's a fantastic dancer. He was bullied from India. Some Indian people went mad bullying him. I don't know his name. I'm very bad with that. But I saw some video. He's just having fun on social media, dancing like Madhuri Dixit. Let him dance. Like, he's not mad. What is he asking you? Don't watch his video. You know, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Simple.
Yeah, we as a society, I really think we need to have more love.
Indian men, all of us, we need a school right now. All of us. Even the way we treat women, the way we want to control women. We all want to be great outside, huh? That we are very liberal, we are not conservative, but at home there are enough double faces. I'm not that guy. Again, I'm saying that. I mean it. You can do your homework on me. But enough people, I feel, are very split personality kind of double-faced kind of ideologies floating around. We need some schooling to fix us, yeah. Like most of the people on Instagram, like faceless profiles I'm talking about, they write a lot of hate. I get so much hate. I'm sure all the other actors also get so much hate. It's called trolling. But at the same time, why is press writing about these trolls as main press articles? If any actor gets trolled massively on a certain post, there are articles about it. And the headline says, for example, Sahil got trolled for his last look. And then un trolls ke comments ko aap wahan pe niche highlight kar rahe ho. You've got to ignore it. If you're going to appreciate it for clickbait or to get more hits on your article, of course you're promoting it. How much time does it take for me to open a page, Nanga Bollywood 0101, and then write shit? There are stupid pages like that which will come under your freaking photo and write shit. It takes nothing. Instagram has no freaking rules and regulations when it comes to this. People open the most obnoxious pages, morph your photos, put shit out. Who's stopping them? Nobody's stopping them. So
You lost a life here.
yeah, we lost somebody who was probably who definitely, not probably, definitely was a very special kid. Like he gone too soon, and maybe he had an amazing journey, and I'm pretty sure he did have an amazing journey ahead. And it's very, very unfortunate. I think we failed him as a society. As a society, we definitely failed him, because the fact that he had to kill himself because he was so upset about all that was happening around him and the amount of hate he faced, it's very sad, yeah.
What's the big deal if someone wants to wear, say, makeup, someone wants to dress up like a girl, wear a sari, wear nail paints? Why can't people who are heterosexual
Digesting. See, so I'll tell you my school of thought. Now, I think if a man wants to wear a sari and really put makeup like a woman, I would call it drag. Do I mind it? No. Do I want to do it? No. Do I have full support for it? Yes. Am I going to give hate to some other guy who's doing it? A kid? No. Or an older guy? No. Then the other part of it comes as an art form. For example, if you start doing gender fluid outfits. Sometimes if you go on my Instagram, I haven't done it on screen as yet. In Porishpur, actually, I played a gender fluid character. Milind Soman and I had a kiss on screen, which was shot aesthetically. On Instagram, I've worn man skirts. That's a form of creating a beautiful postcard, beautiful form of art, which is still got a very masculine energy, but there's a gender fluid element. I'm talking from a very privileged point of view of being an artist. I have created, look at this beautiful painting I've created, a photograph that's like a painting, and I get that kind of love. But somebody who's in a small town in third world is not going to be able to explain this to people. If you say this, usko 3 chawat aur padenge, tu mere ko sikhayega art yahan pe. So I'm saying, if somebody probably wants to do drag, man, as a form of art, why not? Let them do it. Let them live and let live. Most of the time, we just want to control people. It starts from our families, actually. My family is amazing. We don't control.
Not everybody is blessed with that kind of family.
Like my family is very nice. My parents, my sister, none of us are trying to control each other. सब अपना अपना काम करते हैं, बहुत supportive है. Lekin there are enough families where kids are controlled so badly, then neighbors start controlling you, then gali ke mohalle ke log will control you, then gali ke kutte will control you, it becomes a joke. Then the whole society ka pressure, ye wo auntie kya kahegi, bittu bhaiya kya kahenge, chachu mama kya kahenge. It's just, I think it's just how our country is. I hope it changes a little, and I hope people become more responsible and more
It's only with such
cultured. I would use the word cultured.
Yeah.
Cultured is the word which I think we are lacking.
We have to. We in Bombay or Delhi or, in the metro cities, हमको नहीं पता है कि actual में क्या हो रहा है. It's only when such incidents happens, that's when we are like, oh my goodness. What? And after his death, I went and I saw the comments. It just makes you realize that there are people who are so inhuman. Did you read some of the messages? You're like, how are you even thinking like that?
Living in Bombay, you can't even fathom what's happening in small cities. Like, it's insane. And trust me, this is one case that got registered and is being spoken about. I'm sure there are other kids who are getting beaten up just to showcase their art form. Not necessarily drag. Could be anything. Maybe there are little girls who want to sing, and those little girls are being slapped around because probably it's not cultured enough. And for me, being cultured doesn't mean being conservative. For me, being cultured means being supportive, letting people live, being cordial with people, understanding people. Even if you can't understand something, that doesn't mean it's wrong. It's something that you don't understand, and that's okay. You will probably understand with time if you have to, if you meant to. But yeah, that's I think the right definition of being cultured. I think we need to get that.
A lot of people right now are following Andrew Tate. I like Andrew Tate, by the way. Let me just tell you, all the people who think I'm against Andrew Tate. I love certain concepts that he follows, especially with regards to wealth building. Fantastic. But obviously, his views on women are very controversial. Do you ascribe to what Andrew Tate?
I'm aware, but I'm not a huge what is the word? Admirer of Andrew Tate, but I know he's a big chauvinist, and that's what I've been told. Like he's definitely not very respectful of women. So again, I'm not that guy. I've just been hearing really stupid things about him, and I've never really invested my time in knowing what he really does. But I know there's this bald guy who
Yes.
obnoxious things about
Yes. The women thing I don't ascribe to, but definitely his concept on fitness,
Yeah.
his concept on wealth is something that, you always take good things about people, and the things that don't resonate, you just ignore. Like, what's the point? Everybody has their good and their shadow self. Right?
But like for me, if I have to learn about fitness, I would probably still not follow this guy, because if he's so evil when it comes to the fairer sex, or when it comes to one of the genders, like be it men or women in this case, I wouldn't really want to learn anything from him, because that's how you boycott somebody who's not really right for the society. Because I'm sure there are lots of young people who are getting brainwashed by this guy. And fitness also, I feel, has become such a... People make it look like rocket science. It's not. Every body is different. Every body reacts differently. We all have different metabolism. We all have different set of genes, like how we react to food, the things we are allergic to, not allergic to, the amount of workout we need. I think it's supposed to be a lifestyle. You're supposed to have fun with it. But now people have made it too much of a difficult form of science or something. So like, more people have trainers, more people have protein shakes, and some people can inject some steroids. Either gusado injection, other gusado. It's not supposed to be that complicated. Just have 1 hour of physical activity every day if you can. If not, no problem. Alternate day. And you're good to go, man. And just eat healthy. Again, I'm not that guy who eats very healthy, but most of the times I try to balance it out. But I really work.
Wow. We can see that.
Yeah, I tried.
We can see that. That's great. And, coming to the industry from where you are, I'm sure there are a lot of beauty standards that Sahil doesn't understand. And you're like, what the heck is happening? I don't like this. Have you experienced any of that sort?
Fortunately or unfortunately, fortunately I would say more so, not for men. In fact, I think now we are in a wave of...
There's no beauty standards for men?
Not at all. I feel, in fact, in Indian cinema right now, if you're a very beautiful man, it could really work against you. If you have a lot of things that are physically not right about you, that might work in your favor. For example, that might make you look more real, so that could work in your favor. We're not in the era of... Dev Saab and Rajesh Khanna and, Amitabh Bachchan. Now it's become like, and which I'm very happy about. Why should... Acting is supposed to be about what you do as a character. If you can live that life on screen. I'm not interested to know how beautiful you can look on screen or not. Unless that's a requisite. Unless you're playing a prince who's supposed to be astonishing looking. Or unless you're playing an actor. Unless you're playing somebody who's supposed to be great looking. But at the same time, if you're playing a small town character, I think everybody should be considered who is relatively good looking in whatever society standards, and let them do their job. When you can make somebody who's B, like grade B, look like grade A with the help of makeup, hair, all of that, you can make somebody who's grade A come down to grade B with makeup, hair. So I think ultimately your voice modulation, how you really create the character, how you live the character is more important. So I think for men, the beauty standards are not there so much. Just the fitness thing is crazy. Like the guys who are in it, they're going mental, I feel. Like Otherwise, even if you're not fit enough, why not? Like, there's so many actors who are not fit at all and they're still doing wonderfully well. And again, why not? They're actors, they're not gymnasts. You know, I would rather be a good actor with a very average body than be a below average, very bad actor with a six-pack and doing cartwheels all the time in all my films. A lot of people will probably know who I'm talking about. You know, like, how can you have an actor who cannot say two lines straight? Like, whose voice is literally a joke? Like, who's got zero voice modulation and he's probably on his 7th or 8th film and all he does is cartwheels. We should rather utilize that skill set and get him to Olympics. He might get us a medal. And that's a lot which he's taken might go to some very efficient actor. I'm not saying me, anybody else who's really worth the job, who's really good at it. For women, I think Indian cinema is very unfair. The beauty standards are mad. I think the girls who are pretty, they want to be prettier. The girls who are almost getting pretty, they want to reach their past. It's crazy. They all want to have the tiniest waist, and which is ridiculous, I think. But for men, I think it's not that bad.
लेकिन ये तो होता है ना कि गोरा चिट्टा मुंडा है. I have noticed this. ये फॉरेनर्स के साथ पिक्चर्स लेते हैं, राइट? ये फॉरेनर्स के साथ पिक्चर लेते हैं यार, कितना गोरा है, गोरी आ गई है, पिक्चर सेल्फी लेते. They are also wondering like what the hell is happening.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right? What is this obsession with fair skin? Sahil, तुम्हारे साथ बहुत रहने दो.
मैं तो जम्मू से हूँ, मेरा तो रंग ही यही है, मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. मेरे तो पिताजी, I'm a राजपूत from जम्मू, मेरे माता पिता दोनों राजपूत है. मैं एक बहुत ही सिंपल फैमिली से हूँ जम्मू से. हम सारे ही गोरे चिट्टे, हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते उस बारे में. बट अगर स्क्रीन में अगर किरदार है जो कि थोड़ा मतलब धूप में पका हुआ आदमी है, it's very easy to make me that, you know, like, and I've made those changes in
tanning yourself, let me soak some sun.
Yeah, I soak some sun. And yeah, I think Gora Chitta obsession to India mein kab se aaye. And
Even there now, it's still there.
Of course, especially women.
I was asked, I call my bestie. I remember it was so weird.
Yeah.
I got confirmed for a show. Show confirm हो गया मेरे पास. Confirmation mail आ गया. Blocking हो गया. फिर मुझे call आया कि you'll have to come and show your face. मैंने बोला भाई मेरा face क्यों देखना है? Because my whole point is entertaining. But I was like ठीक है चलो, let's go ahead. The CEO, everybody is sitting and they look at me and they're like, we're done. And then my organizer gets a call that she's not like pretty enough. I am telling you, I called my best friend and I said that, you dude, I just got kicked out of a show because they think I was not good enough. This happens even now. This happened like 3 weeks ago.
This is ridiculous.
I had 2 women deciding that, you know, she's not good enough for us. Class nahi hai, she doesn't have that, what we are looking for in her face. And I'm like,
oh. So this, you know, this color obsession, I feel in women, it's way more valid than in men. I think in India, we appreciate dusky men like we should. It was always tall, dark and handsome. It was never like tall, fair and handsome, you know, like, and I think brown color is so beautiful. I love dusky women. Like, I think they look stunning. On camera, they are always so beautiful. Nandita Das is one of my favorite girls. Not just as an actor, I think she looks so beautiful on screen. Deepika Padukone, she's not essentially white. I think Deepika is more like Indian brownish skin tone and she's stunning. Deepika's features and the way her face is, she's the most stunning. But at the same time, there are so many white girls who are in Bollywood, they can't speak Hindi. They are literally top notch. Like, they can't speak Hindi. But the rickshaw wala bhaiyas love them. They're like कि मैडम ये गोरी मेम है, कुछ बोली है हिंदी में, समझ नहीं आ रहा है पर बोल गई है कुछ. You know कि अभी आई है लड़की.
ये conditioning है ना, this is a conditioning, right?
ये अभी आई है, हिंदी में कुछ बोल गई है, गोरी चिट्टी है, and तो अच्छा है, acting actress तो यही है ना, अभी हो गया. But I mean, what does it say? It says as a society, I'm just interested in the color. Bring me a white girl who's not gone to acting school. Well, I'll make her top notch here because this is what we love. But at the same time, there are some girls who are very good at their job and are stunning. Deepika, she's top notch. She's beautiful. Such a great actor. Rani Mukherjee. Preeti Zinta. Preeti Zinta is white as fuck. Like, she's so fair. But she had such a special presence about her. You know, and she was a good actor. I don't think she got enough credit for being a good actor. It's not so easy to do those.
That's what happens when you're very pretty.
Maybe.
Your looks get overshadowed.
Yeah, that happens, of course, a lot.
Looks overshadow your
It's been
talent.
happening to me, you know. But again, I get a lot of love for the work I do, but at the same time, a lot of the conversations about what I'm wearing,
Yeah.
who am I wearing, how am I looking, how's the lighting being done, which is, again, no complaints. So who was the other? There's so many. Like now when so many actors, like so many actresses who are
Dark.
full-blown Indian and dark or fair or whatever. Sushmita Sen.
Yeah.
My God, she's what a talent. Like I have so much respect for her and so much love for her. And I'm so happy she's come back with OTT, you know. That's the magic of
In the, what's her recent one from, I can't remember her recent web series that I saw. Guys, which one was it?
I'm such an idiot. Like I've seen it, but I can't remember.
Yeah, even I saw the season 1. Arya. I loved Arya.
Arya, she was so good. And Sushmita also, I don't think is essentially a white girl. She's a very dusky, you know, legendary woman. Like, and she is so sexy. Like the way she talks, like she's an enigma, right? Like she's a persona in herself. So yeah, that's that. I think we are kind of obsessed with white skin. If we were not, the white girls who are working here will not get a single job. Trust me. With their acting skills, no. Item songs, maybe yes. I have a huge problem with calling them item songs because they are, again, not items. But whatever, special songs.
That's actually very sexist now. I think item.
Special songs, you can say a special appearance, special number.
Yeah, we say it too. I say it also, you know.
Special appearance.
Because it's only when you sit and think about it, you're like, oh my goodness. Very subtly deep-rooted sexism comes in when you, like when the MCBC, okay? Like I was doing a podcast and someone told me MCBC has the seeds of sexism. I'm like, oh wow, we say it so casually, but that's where it all starts from, right?
100%. Yeah, it's the little things, yeah. And that's what little kids also learn from. Because they keep hearing this and slowly and steadily it's just engraved in their heads. And that's how they talk.
Sahil, everybody loves your style, and styling and success go hand in hand. And I know for a fact that you actually style your own attire. You put things together, very unique, very hatke. And I really want my community here to understand that styling actually takes effort.
Yeah.
Looking good takes effort.
Yeah.
Right? You just don't land up in...
You don't wake up. Like,
yeah. There is effort that is needed.
Yeah.
So for youngsters who don't usually go for brands, they're just earning a salary and they're figuring their life out. And at the same time, they need to look prim and proper. What is the styling advice you would like to give them? Budget mein styling.
Okay, so, so most of the looks that we do for me, for red carpets and for events or for anything, I have the final say, but I have a lot of brilliant designers that I work with. Siddharth Teitler is my number one. Abujani Sandeep Khosla.
I love him. I love Abujani.
So many designers I keep working with, but I decide what am I going to pair it with? What is the final look going to be like? Like yesterday for Filmfare, I was wearing shorts and a tux. I wanted to do that, and we did it. It created a stir, good, bad, ugly, great, whatever. But it was taken very well. It was a very fresh take on a formal look. When it comes to youngsters, for example, this jacket that I'm wearing, it's from Bangkok, man. Like when I was in Bangkok last, I picked it from a street. Now, I don't know the street name, but so when you're traveling, you go to Goa, go to these little shops that you see. Sometimes they have little gems over there, So it's not always about the brands. You don't have to wear Chanel only to look great. You don't have to wear only the top-notch designers to look great. Sometimes it's about your personality. What is your mood? Like, for example, there are days when I'm very, very classic. There are days when I'm very edgy. So you have to decide, what is my day like? Do I want to be very edgy or do I want to be classic? And then stick to that. But I would say for the guys, because obviously girls, I'm not too sure if I can give them too many tips, so to say. With guys, I'll say keep a nice white, crisp shirt. It always works. A white shirt. Keep a nice black trousers, pair of trousers. Keep blue denim, basics. Sunglasses, I would recommend have fun with sunglasses. Don't be boring and just wear aviators. Because if you want to keep it clean down here, have some fun sunglasses because it'll leave a lot of impact, and whatever your personality is. I'm not saying be a disco ball. Whatever your personality is, just probably push it a little. Don't be in your comfort zone when it comes to accessories, for example. If you want to throw in a pearl necklace, throw it, man. It won't make you less of a man. It's really a trend globally. If some of the most macho freaking guys can wear it in the US and in Europe, why can't you? Like, if that's your style, if you want to push the boundaries, do that. Do these little things and you'll get comfortable with it. You'll probably get so much more love from the girls also because you are just pushing the boundaries and you're a very confident man. But again, you have to see if your balls are big enough. Like if you don't have big balls, don't do it. But if you have big balls, do it. You'll get
You're taking big risk, yeah. But it is difficult to find your style because I remember when I started my journey, my styling journey or figuring out I remember my first show was in like Teda Chashma and oiled hair. I went on my show in a salwar kurti. I was anchoring the show and had no idea about styling. And first you start with like looking here, figuring out things, right? And it's been quite a journey.
Yeah.
And I would say that when you start off, you're very confused. You don't know कि styling कैसा करना चाहिए, क्या कपड़े साथ में होने चाहिए, what is looking good on me. And one thing I've noticed about you is you've always been very experimental. You will wear something bizarre, but you will pull it off with so much of aplomb.
But I'll tell you what, now that's really my thing. I'm a very confident guy. And not overconfident, but I'm confident enough. So I think that's the trick. You have to have that level of confidence in yourself. When it comes to your work, the choices you make, the no to the shows that you say a no to, or
Right.
movies that you say a no to, or in your business, whatever jobs you're taking up, not taking up, the outfits you're wearing, not wearing, you've got to have that level of confidence. Now, for example, when you mentioned a kurti, I think any girl looks her best probably in that chicken curry wala kurti, because it's so simple, yet it's so upscale because, it looks really simple. And the same girl next day when we'll probably pop in a bathing suit by the pool, it'll be such a huge contrast.
Yeah.
So that makes her even more special. It's like she can do both the worlds.
Yeah.
So I think whatever you are doing, you have to do it very confidently, like whatever look you're going for. So confidence really is key. So I think that's really worked for me and that's really established me in this space because I've never felt underconfident about doing something. Once I've said a yes to the look or to the outfit or to the piece of work I'm doing, then I'm very sure about it.
So for youngsters, whoever want to try styling, want to try different looks, fashion looks, it's okay to fail. And I think the first thing is mighty confidence will really take you.
Fail till you succeed. Why not? And again, don't take yourself too seriously. Have a lot of confidence, but don't take yourself too seriously. Not everybody's going to like you. And that's life. Even if you're the best person, best candidate in the room, everybody will not agree to that. There'll still be some people who'll say, oh no, but that again doesn't make them wrong because that's their opinion and it's justified. They're supposed to have an opinion. It doesn't match with yours. That's about it. So you've got to have your opinion and stick to it and do it confidently and not take yourself way too seriously कि अरे इसने मुझे ऐसा क्यों बोल दिया, उसने क्यों बोल दिया, इसको क्यों नहीं पसंद आया. No, आपको पसंद आया काफी है. That's the idea.
Wonderful, यार. इतना मजा आया मुझे ये podcast करके साहिल.
मेरे को भी.
It was so much fun. I
so much fun.
absolutely loved it. Fashion tips. What is masculinity? And I'm sure my viewers, my community, आपको भी बहुत मजा आया. And Sahil, you want to say something to them? You want to say something to your fans?
I want to say, like I said, be masculine, which means be sensitive. This is for all the boys out there. Stop bullying other boys and stop teasing women unnecessarily. Be a good man, be a complete man, which means you're going to be sensitive, well-behaved, cultured. And to all the girls, stay special. And अगर कोई कुछ पंगा करे मेरे को बताना, मैं सबको सेट कर दूंगा. And to everybody out there, just be confident, be yourself, have fun, don't take yourself too seriously, and you're special. just like everybody else, we are all special in our own ways. You've got to just find it and then stick to it, and then magic will happen.
Wow, there was a lot of magic today on this podcast. Yes, we have to have a lot of fun and we have to not take ourselves seriously, but you need to take this channel seriously. Yes. So please subscribe कीजिए, follow कीजिए और comment जरूर कीजिए because
don't forget.
Yes.
Comment,
subscribe, and see you on the next podcast. Thank you. Bye-bye.